Don't do it. Just don't do it. Hi, this is John's dad. Welcome back to my video series on preparing for and hiking the King's Trail in Sweden. It's referred to as Kungsleden in Swedish, which means, guess what? The King's Trail. One way to resupply is to send yourself resupply boxes along the way. There are several places that you can ship yourself a box. Easy enough to pick up. Next week, I'll show you how to resupply by buying food along the way. You'll have to decide which way works best for you, and you may come up with a hybrid flavor that works just for you, for your special needs, maybe your nutritional needs or your desires. And the boxes, of course, can hold supplies for the next section of trail too. So you don't have to have just food in your resupply box. Traditionally, resupply boxes are thought of as resupplying you along the trail to help you cover the next section of trail. But in this case, you may want to send yourself a resupply box at your last trailhead. Maybe it's Abisko or Hemavan. In that box, you can have all of your travel clothes, maybe papers, tickets, whatever it is that you need to continue after your hike. Protect your passport and other valuables, though. That box may never be seen again, by you anyway. In my book, John's Dad Hikes Kungsleden, I go over in great detail how to ship resupply boxes to yourself. I give you all the details, but I'll cover it here real briefly. Get yourself a box, fill it up with whatever you want, address it just like you probably would at home. On 6 sides, all 6 sides, put your name, when you're arriving, the date, and some kind of a colored shape. Now when you do your date, your country might do it month, day, year, day, month, year, you don't know. So use this format instead. Day, an abbreviation and letters for the month and the year. Now, for the colored shape, don't everybody do green triangles. Don't do it. The shape is what you can tell the person picking up your box. You know, it's a brown box, I've got a green triangle written on it, or a circle, or a triangle, or a rhombus. Now, triangles don't get too fancy. You don't have to worry about equilateral triangles, isosceles triangles, scalene triangles. Don't worry about that. Just draw a triangle. Don't draw this unless you know what it's called in Swedish, and I certainly don't. When you drop your box off, there'll be a little bit of paperwork to fill out, and I'll go into some of that detail later here. One of the options that you have to select is utkörning, literally translated out driving, remote delivery. You need to select remote delivery, and it does cost a little bit more. If you don't select the remote delivery or utkörning, your box is going to end up at a depot, hour or 2 hours away from where you expect your box to be delivered. It won't be practical for you to go and pick up the box and come back. You waste a half a day and whatever the cost would be of a taxi, and you're not going to have a car with you. Each place where you can send a resupply box to yourself has a preferred delivery method. The 2 methods are PostNord, which is the normal post office you might expect, and Bussgods, or Bussgods. Basically, they take your goods, put them on their buses, and the boxes get delivered along with the people. You need to select the right one because not everybody delivers everywhere. PostNord has an interesting history going all the way back to the 1600s, and I'll put a link in the video notes. Check it out. I thought it's kind of interesting. Being that PostNord is like the regular post office you might be accustomed to, it has locations everywhere, but it no longer has standalone post office locations. Instead, they've partnered with retailers, and a regular store will handle their normal business, and then you'll be in line, and then you'll say, I want to ship this box, and they'll sell you the postage or stamps, or take the box. You can pick up deliveries there. It's just part of the process of regular retailers now. For example, when I shipped my box on PostNord, I went to a flower shop, and I was able to, in a single transaction, ship my box and buy birthday flowers for my mother. This is a short video to help you figure out how to find out the PostNord locations nearest you. Open up the PostNord app on your phone. the lower right-hand corner, click on Profile. Near the bottom here, find PostNord location, select that. Let's assume that you are on Kungsleden, which is the center of Stockholm. It happens to be where the castle is. Very close actually to a couple different subway stops, so it's very convenient. Right here you see, here's the Coop or the Co-op. It's a grocery store. Click on it, and the app on your phone will even give you directions to it. That easy. To send your box, find one of the locations, take the box in, explain to the clerk in English, don't worry about it, they all speak English now, about how much fun you're going to have in the Swedish mountains, and they'll be very jealous because they know it's how beautiful it is up there. Give them the box and move on. Bussgods was founded around 2000. It's mostly active in northern Sweden where there are fewer alternatives for package delivery. Their website is totally in Swedish, though in my book I do some translating, so it will help a little bit. You go there, find out where the closest location is to you, and I'll give you a video here on how to do that. You can come to the Bussgods.se website. I could not find an app for Bussgods. Go there, select this option, Vi finns här, which means we are here. So it's find our locations. Now you want to ship a package or send a package. That's the box you want to click. And if you use the zip code, one of the zip codes for, or postal codes for Stockholm, you have two locations. Over here on the west side and very far to the east. Those are your two options for shipping a box bought by Bussgods in from the Stockholm area. Good luck. As you saw, there are only two locations near me, and in Stockholm it's the same. There's only a couple locations. You have to get yourself to the shipping location with your filled boxes. And what are they going to weigh each? 10 pounds maybe, 5 kilos. And you have to get your way back. In my case, I was in Malmö. My brother Carl drove me to the building, a huge building inside a massive industrial complex. We drove around the building a couple times. No sign or anything for Bussgods. He noticed a little door off in a corner, so we parked near the door and went in, and sure enough, we asked the guy at the counter about Bussgods, and he looked confused, but he called a friend over. The friend said, oh yeah, he set us down at a terminal, and we spent the next hour and a half filling out the paperwork to ship 3 boxes. Now, my friend Carl, he's fluent Swedish speaker. I'm pretty good in Swedish. And on the screen was all of these freight terms that you would not know existed, and you don't know what they mean unless you have a background in logistics and shipping. So, having just retired from an IT career in logistics and shipping, you would think we would be in good shape. It was horrible. It didn't help that the office itself was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 centigrade. It was a really tough hour and a half to get all those things shipped. Remember, when you go Bussgods, you're shipping. When you go to PostNord, you're mailing. Totally different situations. So you may be getting the feeling that I'm not really pro Bussgods, and I'm not, but it might work for you. So it is important that you be aware of that option. You may need to get whatever food or medicine, whatever it is that you need. You might need to get that to yourself. So Bussgods is definitely an option. All of my boxes were delivered, so that's a good thing. If you've had good luck using Bussgods, leave a comment down below. I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong this time too. My recommendation is that you send your boxes as soon as you get to Sweden. It's going to take them a long time to get from wherever you are all the way up into the Swedish mountains and be delivered out to that remote village or to the mountain station where you're going to pick them up. Get them on their way right away. Now, if you'd rather hang on to your boxes until the last minute, and that might work for you, if you're going northbound from Hemavan up to Abisko, there is a Bussgods location right in the middle of Hemavan, and it's not that big of a town. You can easily walk there carrying your boxes. It's near the restaurant, it's near the bus stop, it's right there. It'd be hard to miss it. If you want to go the other way, a lot of people hike from Abisko south to Hemavan. The nearest Bussgods location is more than an hour away, so that doesn't work. But you could go to Skellefteå, Umeå, Luleå, Jokkmokk. They do have Bussgods locations, so you could drop it off there. Now you'll have to change your travel plans so you go there first, maybe spend a day. It's a really cool area to visit, so it would not be wasted. It would definitely be something you'd want to do and you'd benefit from. And then go from there after you've shipped your boxes. Go either to Abisko or to Hemavan and start your hike. Picking up your boxes is not at all difficult compared to shipping them. It's very easy. You stand outside the building, make a fist, and clasp your thumbs. You're holding your thumbs for good luck. Now, if you're in the States, you cross your fingers for good luck, but you're in Sweden. You need Swedish good luck. Go inside, tell them that you're here to pick up a package that you sent to yourself. They're going to ask your name. Feel free to tell them your name. Don't tell them my name. And tell them you drew a green triangle on the side. But only tell them that if you did draw a green triangle. If you drew a red heart, tell them that instead. They'll find it right away. 3 of my boxes were found immediately. One of them, the guy recognized my name as I was checking in at the mountain station. He says, "Oh, you have a box." And he had it back up to me before I was done checking in. One of the places had trouble finding my box and suggested I go take a shower first. Did I really need the shower? Did they have trouble finding it? I don't know. But the box did show up. All 4 of my boxes were actually delivered in pretty good shape. One of the boxes was kind of destroyed on the outside, but all the contents of all the boxes were just fine. Nothing was damaged. Depending on the location, you might have to pay a small holding fee. Now, I didn't have to pay this. You might have to. I understand Nikkaluokta does charge some kind of a fee, and that's up to you. It actually won't add that much cost to your trip. Everybody I dealt with along the way, including in the Bussgods location that was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, was friendly and as helpful as they could be. For the most part, they spoke English. I tried to do everything in Swedish as I could, but they did speak English. I don't know if they spoke other languages. You'll find that out when you get there. Each box cost about $35 US or about 350 crowns to ship. So as you're trying to decide if you're going to save money, factor in that shipping of the box. So that's almost $10 a day or 100 crowns a day. My boxes carried 4 to 5 days worth of food and supplies. So it added some money to each day. Now, as you'll see next week, the food you buy in the mountains is pretty expensive. So it might justify it for you. You have to decide that after next week's video. When you leave home from whatever country you're in, I don't think you're going to be able to travel with all of your resupply boxes filled, taped, addressed, ready to go. Maybe you can. I think what you're going to have to do is take all of those supplies, stick them in a bag, cram those bags into your luggage or into your backpack, and then maybe take and bring along some collapsed cardboard boxes that you can tape up later. In my case, I was lucky. Carl saved me some empty boxes, and as friendly as he is, I don't know that he's going to want to do it for everybody. As you'll see in the video next week, I've decided to resupply by buying food along the trail next time, and there will be a next time. This is a beautiful, beautiful trail. It's absolutely wonderful. In my book, I cover resupply both through the boxes and through buying food along the way in detail, great detail. So if you're interested in general in hiking the King's Trail, just get the Kindle version of the book. It saves you a ton of money. If you really think that you need the paperback version, go ahead and get that. The checklist in there, a lot easier to use, of course, if on the paper. And half the book is just the story of day to day of the people I met, the views, the reindeer. It was really a great experience. I definitely recommend, if you like backpacking, this is a trail to put on your list. So if this is something you're interested in, please subscribe, share it with your friends. Definitely like it if you liked it. Yeah. See you down the trail.